Hey, good morning. Welcome to my LinkedIn Live channel called The Power of Connection. And my name is Bobby Umar. And today we're going to talk about something that is very, very important. But what's interesting is that I changed the title because of what happened yesterday. So the topic today is consistency is key, but forgiveness is even better. So what do I mean by that? Well, again, as people join us, comment below, let me know where you're from, say hello, and then we'll get started in a couple of minutes. So I typically are here every Monday to Friday to deliver content around 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll talk for 10, 15 minutes, but I'll also engage you guys. And then if you have any questions, Q&A, or you want to have some sort of engagement, I'll look at the comments and we can kind of talk through that. So that's kind of what I'm setting up. So hello everybody. I'm just going to, here we go. I see people now. Okay, I'm just going to say hi. Hi guys. I see a few people there. That's great. That's fantastic. Good to have you guys here. Um, Looks like people are joining in. Again, if you like what you're hearing, you can certainly share this on your pages, tag people below, get people involved in the conversation. Vadim, Nicole, good to see you guys. And so the topic today again is consistency is key, but forgiveness is better. So what does that mean? So I'm going to start with a story. Okay, so I started this LinkedIn Live Power of Connection channel because I think I wanted to create something with it. Hey, Victoria. Well, that's cool. I want to create something that's consistent, and that can build, that can grow, and help as many people as we can, have them start this discussion. So I started doing this every day. So Monday to Friday was the idea, right? And so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was great. Hey, Nitin, good to see you. But something happened Thursday. So Thursday, yesterday, wasn't sure I could do it. But I told people on Wednesday I'm not sure because I was filming a TV commercial, and but it started at 9 o'clock. So I thought, okay, maybe I can get to a Wi-Fi spot and then do it. And it was a little bit complicated, but I found a cafe, tried to do it just outside of the cafe, but then the Wi-Fi wasn't strong enough, so couldn't do it. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that, am I going to get all hot and bothered about, that I couldn't be consistent, I couldn't make it every day, I missed a day? I mean, I only started, hey, howdy, Diana. I only started this on Monday, and but 4 days later, I didn't do one. And I could be like, oh man, but you know what? It's okay, right? Like, what are you gonna do, right? I mean, there's not much you can do. Thank you, Brian, for your kind voicing my vibe. That's good. The star role, Diana. Yeah. Well. I mean, the TV commercial shoot was actually interesting because the first part was really fun. I had a great partner to work with, and hey, Bridget, or is it Brigitte? I'm not sure. Uh, yeah. So I did a TV commercial yesterday, and it was live to Australia. That's a great hashtag. I love it, Diana. So I did a commercial yesterday, and I filmed two scenes. One scene was a factory worker, and I had a partner, and basically all we had to do was laugh. It was awesome. And then number two, hey Giuseppe, good to see you. Yeah, define leadership is good. That was the topic we had on Wednesday, define leadership. So be sure to share that comment there. Today's all about consistency and forgiveness. That's what we're talking about. Thank you, Noble, for the kind words. Then also in the TV commercial yesterday, I filmed a bowling alley scene. I had a child, and I was trying to be a good dad, and I had to entertain all these kids, like 6 kids. They're like between 5 and 7 years old. It was exhausting, but it was fun. And if that ever comes out, I'll certainly share it with the world, the ad for that. But I did miss my LinkedIn Live Power Connection show, so that's kind of a bummer. But here's the thing, consistency. Why is consistency important? So comment below why you think consistency is important. Consistency to me is important because it creates expectation. It creates something to look forward to. It creates something that when people know you're consistent, it's basically about your brand. Your personal brand relies on consistency. If I'm consistently here every day at 8:30 a.m. with this LinkedIn Live channel, you will know that it's there for you if you ever want to talk or if you want to hear what I'm up to or engage with other people on the topic. That's very, very important. And your brand is a very important thing. Consistency is what creates a brand. If I'm always late consistently, that's my brand. Now, if I want to change that brand, how do I change it? Well, consistency again is the key. If you're always late and you want to change the brand of being late, statistically, you have to be on time or early at least 7 to 13 times in a row before your brand starts to shift. And if you screw up even one time in that 7 to 13 times, well, back to zero. Gotta start all over again. So that's why consistency is so powerful, because it's a way for you to build a brand that people can rely on, feel depending on, and they know that you're going to deliver. And that consistency can be in how you engage. So, for example, the way I try to engage with, through empathy, or through kindness, through warmth, through humor. People know that when they talk to me, I'll be very jovial, very jokey, but also very warm and tender if I need to be. And so they have that consistency with how I deliver that type of engagement. So that's why consistency is so important. But again, people screw up. I'm consistently on time for things, but if I'm late for something, you feel bad. But again, you have to forgive yourself. So yesterday I didn't make the LinkedIn Live, and so it was going to be about consistency, because I was going to hope to say, "Hey, look at me! I'm on the road, and I'm trying to be consistent," and then I blew it, right? So I was like, "Thanks, Sahil." I was like, "Well, you know what? The lesson really is forgiveness is key, right? You got to be able to forgive yourself for when things go wrong, when you have a tech fail, when you screw up. Like, I remember the first LinkedIn Local, the sound quality was really bad, and people were complaining, and I'm like, yeah, I had really bad microphones, headphones, sorry. So I had to deal with that and fix that. Another time there was a buffering problem, so then I called the people who are doing there's a third-party app that runs this LinkedIn Live video stream, called Switcher Studio, and so I basically asked them, can we fix this? And they gave me some tips. I'm not sure how much better it's going to be, but they're working on it, because they're very new to LinkedIn Live, so hopefully they'll get better. So, and forgiving yourself comes in many different forms. Sometimes you have a bad meeting, or you have a bad day, and or you waste your entire day. Like, the whole day goes by, and you're like, wow, I haven't done anything. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Get some sleep. Start again the next day. You can start again the next hour. You can, like, if it's like a short thing, you can go for a walk. Yeah, Allison, exactly. Consistency creates that habit, right? It's like the idea that practice makes permanent. Not perfect, nothing's perfect. Practice makes permanent the habits and skills and routines that you're going to do in your daily life, right? So, what are you doing? What are you doing to, going back to the forgiveness thing, right? What are you doing to forgive yourself? What do you need to forgive yourself for? Comment below and let me know what exactly is, what do you need to forgive yourself for? For me, I'll say I need to forgive myself for missing the LinkedIn Live yesterday. Right? Speaking of LinkedIn locals, there's a LinkedIn local. Hey, Suchi, good to see you. LinkedIn local. There's a LinkedIn local Toronto meetup coming up May 14th on storytelling, presenting live and online. Can't wait for that. If you're around, by all means, check that out. And again, if you like what you're hearing in this LinkedIn Live broadcast, or you have topic ideas, or you want to be interviewed by me in your local, comment below, tag someone, share some of your posts. Let's get people engaged with this, because I'd love to be able to grow this channel, but also get people involved with following and being part of the discussion, because this is a chance for you to share your stuff and share what you want to do. Thank you, Mark. Mark and Suchi, share below what you think about consistency, what you think about forgiveness. These are things I want you to talk about. And by doing so, we're going to inspire and inform a lot of people. That's the whole point of doing these LinkedIn Live broadcasts. And speaking of LinkedIn Live broadcasts, some feedback I'd love to get from you. I've read somewhere, and I think it was Roger Wilkerson who said that. How long should these be? Some said some are too long, some are too short. What kind of length do you like for these things? I've been targeting approximately. Morning, Roger. Oh, Roger's here. Great. Um, I've been targeting about 20 minutes. So usually 10, 15 minutes of the 10, 15 minutes of just talking content-wise, the topic of the day, and then 5, 10 minutes of the potential engagement Q and A's and answering questions and whatnot, things like that. But it could be shorter, it could be longer. It really depends what people want to do. So if people have more questions, I might go longer. If people no questions, I might end shorter. So I want to make sure that the forgiveness message it hits home, you get it, and you comment below and let me know what you need to forgive yourself for through work or through anything else. Okay. Let's go now back to consistency. So consistency again, we talked about habit forming. Consistency is about branding. Consistency is what people start to learn about you and know about you. It also starts to build your own habits. Hey, Anthony, good to see you. Consistency is key to building any brand. Consistency is key to building any following or followership. Consistency is a big part of influence. So, like on Twitter, for example, I always tweet three kind of motivational kind of memes every morning just to get people going, and they do well because people know that I'm doing it every morning. And so hopefully the LinkedIn Live, people know I'm doing LinkedIn Lives every morning at 8:30 a.m. With the odd, exception, then that's that they'll get to know about it. And now that we're on the topic of consistency, let's say, for argument's sake, I cannot do the 8:30 broadcast. Maybe I have a meeting. Maybe I have something going on. Maybe it's good to have a contingency plan. So what's my plan? I'm going to pick another time. I'll pick another time to broadcast, and I think I should make it like official when it's going to be. And I think that if I miss an 8:31, I think for all intents and purposes, I'll probably try to do another one at 4:30, right? So that'll be kind of my contingency plan time when I miss one if it happens. But I'm gonna try really hard to dedicate doing this at the same time with you guys. Um, Anyone else have any other areas where consistency is relevant, and important in your life? Comment below. Let me know what you think because I want to get people talking about the importance of consistency. Have you ever had consistency in communication? There's a really good area. Some people who communicate in different ways, and you don't know what they're thinking or what they really mean. Are there hidden messages? Because in an email, you don't know the tone of someone, and so I've seen consistency kind of lacking in how people message, or how they text, how they email, and then how they are in person, and they're so different. And so you want to try to have more consistency around your communications with people, because I think it gets confusing for people. Having a boss, hey Davina, wow, look at that, Davina, sexy brilliant is here. That's great, glad to hear. Davina, let us know what you think about consistency and how important it is, and the importance of forgiveness. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. So in terms of consistency, I once had a boss that was just very inconsistent with how they talked. I never knew what they're thinking. I never knew what they thought of me. It was very disillusioning. It was very confusing. I think he did it on purpose to try to keep me on my toes, but honestly, I didn't find that motivating at all. The best type of motivation from a manager for me is someone who cares about what I need and looks to deliver, help me be my best to build my leadership and help us both win together. Here's a great one from Naveen. Consistency is the key. Forgiving myself and recommitting to the task back in. Yeah, that's the master key. Okay, very good. Very good. We forgive ourselves is also a big aspect of vulnerability, being authentic, right? No one's perfect. There's no one is perfect. If you think you are, that's not perfect, right? Because that's an error. We all make mistakes. We all fail, and it's okay to have that. It's okay to have that happen. It's more about what are you going to do to get back up again and do it again. And another big aspect of consistency is transition, getting back up on the horse. So let's say consistency screws up, or you fell off the horse. What are you doing to get back on to do things again? Now, some people have trouble getting back on. Like for example, for me, my area of consistency, which is hard, is eating and fitness. So if I work out 3 times a week, 1 week, and then 1 week I don't. I eat healthy for a week, but then a week I don't. How do I create that consistency? And so that's probably one of my more bigger personal struggles when it comes to consistency. But what are some? So and in that situation, there's a lot of forgiveness, which it's nice, but I need to get my act together and be more consistent. Now, how do I create that consistency if I keep having to fail, falter, and then have to keep forgiving myself? Well, forgiveness is still key because you need to practice a little bit of self-love and motivating yourself and things like that. But then you also have to think about how to be consistent. So one way to be more consistent is to put together a plan. The more you fail in a plan, it's planning to fail. Writing it down, putting a plan together, what you want to do, is a great way to again add consistency to something that you're struggling with. A number 2 thing is to figure out who is your support network. What are you going to use to talk about that and create that consistency. So I find for me, actually, you are a support network for my consistency for LinkedIn Live because I've committed to it. I've said it publicly what I'm going to do, and now you will know. And so, at some point, if I don't show up, Diana or Roger is going to say, "Hey, where are you, Bob? What's going on? I thought you were doing the daily lives." So that helps. I do the same thing for my health on Facebook. I'll show you, I'm trying to work out more. I'm trying to eat better. Try to keep me kid accountable. So you want to have that support system, people who cheer you on, who are there to call you out, and that's also accountability partners. So even if you have a group of support network people, it's good to have 2 or 3 accountability partners. So for example, I'll tell my wife, okay, please make sure I don't eat late at night because I snack really horribly. So just don't encourage me or don't allow me to do that. Because sometimes she's very nice about it, and sometimes she's like, no, you said not to, so well, let's not do it. Great, love it. So, consistency there, you build it through having those accountability partners to make yourself a little bit better. Does that make sense? Okay, so again, everyone's commenting, which is great. I love all the comments. If you have other thoughts or questions around forgiveness and around consistency, let me know. Comment below. Otherwise, I think we can end this one today. It'll be shorter. I think they're mostly averaging 20-25 minutes, but we've been on for 16 minutes. But it was really funny too. You guys are all like, "Hi Roger, hi Krishnamurti, hi Suchi." You're all like saying hi to each other, which is really sweet. So that's good. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. And one of the things I'm doing now, let me talk a bit about what I'm trying to do with the LinkedIn Live channel. So the Power Connection channel is all about how to connect on a deeper levels for leadership, for entrepreneurship, for your professional development. If you have questions, you need some support, you want to do more speaking or be a better speaker, there's a link below. You want to do more career development work, you want to look at how to build your career through networking, personal branding, and other things, I have a link below to help people. If you want to do more personal branding, there's a link below. So there's different ways that I'm putting in here to help you, but the LinkedIn Live is the first step to start, right? And I'm hoping in the future now to start interviewing people. So I'm going to plan to bring other people in and interview them live and set up live chats, and that'll be a lot of fun because then we can actually talk about some really cool topics that are outside my purview. Like for example, there's another person I was talking to that was a blockchain expert. Sure, let's talk. Another one that was talking about actually she was talking about love and dating for professionals. Wow, okay, let's do that. Um, yeah, actually, I really feel bad with the buffering. I don't know what to do about that. Maybe if I found a higher, like I have 5.5 megabytes per second upload, which is pretty good. They say you want to have at least minimum 3. So I'm not sure what to do about that. And Suchi, you're right, consistency. Practice it no matter how you feel. Dress up, show up. That's a good point, When it comes to entrepreneurship, like as an entrepreneurship journey, the consistency to get up there and try to do something where, you are just getting up and getting dressed. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate that. You have to just get up and get dressed and do it, or get out there and go for that walk and start your day as opposed to delaying and delaying and delaying. And I know for me personally, social media can delay me significantly, so it becomes a big problem. Suchi, forgiveness. Learn to forgive myself and now living life without having any grudges or regrets. That's awesome. That's a good question, Suchi, about the regrets. Do you believe in regrets? I mean, the truth is I have regrets, so that's okay. But for me, it's more like I just process them, what did I learn from them, and now how I'm going to live now. And that's kind of how I look at it. I personally don't think it's authentic to deny that we have regrets. Now, some people may have no regrets, but that's hard to imagine. I think that there's certain things we wish we could have done better. But you look at more like redirection and rejection. Okay. Oh, Roger gave me some good tips. 15 to 30 minutes depending on content value. Yeah, Roger, I'm doing the same thing. Have people given you the same feedback? Okay, so that's good to know. All right, so, is Mark doing lives as well? Oh, cool. Now, the next phase in live events should be 2 of us doing a live together where we can actually join each other and just chat with people. That'd be really cool. But we're not there yet. I think that LinkedIn Lives need to evolve a little bit. It's the beta run, so we're trying to figure it out. But hopefully they will get better. So anyway, I think that's all for today, unless there's other questions. Consistency is key to building a brand, building habits, building routine, and creating that impact. Forgiveness is essential. Excuse me. In case something falters or you have a bad day, and just get back up with your support network and your accountability partners to again start creating that consistency around anything you do, whether it's professional or personal. I'll be here every day, live, Monday to Friday. I might even throw in this odd surprise one on the weekend. Oh, you heard that here first. And but no committed time there. It really depends on where I am and my kids are, and what kind of Wi-Fi I have wherever I am. But every day, Monday to Friday. And if you have topic ideas, comment below. If you know people that might want to be part of this thing, tag them below. If you want to share the message with your network, by all means share this post, and let's get the word out so get more people are part of this conversation. I'd love to have more people just being here and just sharing their input and sharing their insights like Suchi just did there and other people. All right? So thanks so much, everyone. Have a wonderful, productive day. Happy Friday and happy weekend. Take care.